Hey guys, I'm Dylan John, and today I'm going to reveal a free tool that will help you to eliminate your jump cuts. And you may or may not have already noticed that I used it already. Here's what this clip looked like before. Hey guys, I'm Dylan John, and what was it? It was like, I was going to say something like, oh yeah, and today I'm going to reveal a free tool that will help you to eliminate your jump cuts. So the first thing you'll do is you'll cut out the part of your clip where you messed up. So press R to bring up our handy range tool, and then press delete. For some of you, I bet even that simple tip cut out a few steps from your workflow. Next, you'll go into your transitions by either clicking this button or pressing the shortcut Ctrl+Command+5. Type in flow, and this is the transition that you'll use. It is free, and it comes with Final Cut Pro. Drag it between your clip, and what I would suggest you do is render just this sequence or just the individual transition so you can see what the actual transition will look like. Because if you don't, it'll likely look like this on playback. So select your sequence or just your transition and press Ctrl+R. That's the shortcut to render whatever you have selected. You may have to press the shortcut a time or two, but you know it's working when these dots go away. This Ctrl+R shortcut really comes in handy. You'll see that this looks pretty great. It is hard to believe that I messed up so much in between these clips, huh? But here is the issue with the transition and why it's not always a savior. Here's another clip, and I really messed up in this middle part. So after I delete it, add the flow transition, and render it out, you'll notice that it looks like I'm possessed. And last time I checked, I'm not. So you can try moving the transition and adjusting the end of shot 1 and or the start of shot 2 to see if one of these frame combos works the best. But unfortunately, I still look possessed. You can also drag out the duration of the transition, and that's going to have Final Cut try and make the transition from shot A to shot B a little smoother. But sometimes this makes things worse. So if that happens, try making the transition shorter, and you'll notice that having it quite a bit shorter works way better for these two shots. It's not perfect, but way better than we had it. Basically, this transition will work the best if your talent hasn't moved all that much, and it can be a lot of trial and error to get the best results. But it's free, and it does sometimes work. This transition is more of a band-aid for our footage, but the transitions that I teach in this video are actually really cool, and I know you'll like it, so give it a watch, and subscribe if you haven't already, and have a great rest of your day, guys.